Welcome to this career and life journey presentation entitled Sisyphus and Mindfulness, Finding Meaning in the Moment. As we reflect on the title of this presentation, we are reminded by Albert Camus that the struggle itself toward the heights is enough to fill a man's heart. In other words, what if the goal isn't always to reach the top, but to experience the journey? To help us better understand this important concept, let's look at the ancient myth of Sisyphus. As the story goes, Sisyphus was a king who was condemned by the gods to push a huge boulder up a mountain, only to watch it roll back down. He was to repeat the task for an eternity. To say the least, his punishment was endless, repetitive, and seemingly meaningless. In today's world, as we go through life, we can sometimes feel like Sisyphus. We push, achieve, reset, and repeat our way through life. In other words, we work towards the next goal, reach it, enjoy it briefly, set another goal, and start pushing again. So the question becomes, are we actually living or simply waiting for the next top of the mountain? Now let's throw mindfulness into the mix. Mindfulness changes our relationship with the boulder. Instead of thinking, I'll be happy when I reach the top, we learn to notice the effort, our breathing, the environment, our thoughts, and our emotions. The journey becomes the experience, not merely the obstacle between us and the goal. So what happens when Sisyphus experiences the present moment without mindfulness? The thinking becomes, I have to get this done. I'll feel better when this is finished. Okay, what's next? On the other hand, when Sisyphus experiences the present moment with mindfulness, then the thinking becomes, I'm here. This is what I am experiencing right now. I can fully engage in this moment. So the question becomes, how do we find meaning in the climb? Well, the lesson isn't that we should stop pushing goals, but rather it's that our lives are made up of the climbing, not just the arrival. Mindfulness invites us to ask, can I appreciate this moment? Can I expect effort without constantly resisting it? Can I be present even when the task is repetitive? Can I find meaning in the process? And the takeaway is that we all have boulders to push, including the job, the responsibilities, the goals, and the challenges. The reality is we may never permanently reach the top, but mindfulness reminds us, don't wait for the boulder to reach the top before you start living. And, most importantly, be present for the climb. Now, if you're interested in other career and life journey videos, I encourage you to visit my YouTube channel under Patrick McCandless. Thank you so much for your kind attention and interest.